Duke Nukem is a fictional character and main protagonist of the Duke Nukem series of video games. The character first appeared in the 1991 video game Duke Nukem, developed by Apogee Software. He has since starred in multiple sequels developed by 3D Realms. The Sega Genesis Collection, also known as the Sega Mega Drive Collection and PAL Regions, is a video game compilation for the PlayStation 2 and PSP, compiled and emulated by Digital Eclipse and released in the U. Time Crisis is a light gun shooter arcade game released by Namco in 1996. It was later ported for the PlayStation in 1997, bundled with the GunCon light gun controller. Wii Sports is a 2006 sports game developed and published by Nintendo as a launch title for the Wii video game console, and part of the Touch Generations. The game was first released in North America along with the Wii on November 19, 2006, and was released in Japan, Australia, and Europe the following month. The House of the Dead 4 is a light gun arcade game with a horror theme and the fourth installment of the House of the Dead series of video games, developed by Sega. The game takes place between the events of The House of the Dead 2 and The House of the Dead 3, and introduced several new gameplay concepts. Super Smash Bros., originally released in Japan as Nintendo All-Star Dire and I Grave Smash Bros., is a fighting game developed by HAL Laboratory and published by Nintendo for the Nintendo 64. It was released in Japan on January 21, 1999, in North America on April 26, 1999, and in Europe on November 19, 1999. Mario Kart 64 is a 1996 go-kart racing game developed and published by Nintendo for the Nintendo 64 video game console. It is the successor to Super Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System and is the second Mario Kart game. Rampage: Total Destruction is the latest sequel to the Rampage arcade game produced by Midway Games. The game was released on April 24, 2006 in North America for the GameCube and PlayStation 2. It has also been released on the Wii. Duck Hunt is a light gun shooter video game developed and published by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System video game console. First released in Japan on April 21, 1984, it was later released on October 18, 1985 in North America as a launch game for the NES, and on August 15, 1987 in Europe. Street Fighter is a 1987 arcade game developed by Capcom. It is the first competitive fighting game produced by the company and the inaugural game in the Street Fighter series. While it did not achieve the same worldwide popularity as its sequel Street Fighter II when it was first released, the original Street Fighter introduced some of the conventions made standard in later games, such as the 6-button controls and the use of command-based special techniques. Halo 3 is a 2007 first-person shooter video game developed by Bungie for the Xbox 360 console. The third installment in the Halo franchise, the game concludes the story arc begun in 2001's Halo. Combat evolved and continued in 2004's Halo 2. Guitar Hero is a music rhythm game developed by Harmonix and published by Red Octane for the PlayStation 2 video game console. It is the first entry in the Guitar Hero series. Guitar Hero was released on November 8, 2005 in North America, April 7, 2006 in Europe and June 15, 2006 in Australia. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, New Age of Heroes is a 2000 fighting game developed and published by Capcom. It is the sixth game in the Marvel vs. Capcom series. With the sixth installment, Capcom simplified the controls to make the gameplay more accessible for casual players and the button configuration was trimmed down to 4 main buttons and 2 assist buttons.